changes.
How about that for a sunset, right, guys? That is out my back office window at the new house. Check it out real quick. Check out that sunset. Look at that right there. Let's see if we can make it zoom. Check that out. How's that for a view, guys? Anyways, let's jump into the video. So a lot of you guys saw the video that I've done for List Perfectly, for cross-listing. We all know about that. If you haven't, I'll link it below, how to cross-list all your inventory across all the platforms really fast. But a lot of you struggle with just the individual listing aspect. It doesn't matter if you sell clothing or shoes or jewelry or even video games and DVDs and media and things. Some of you need like a little bit of get up and go, a little giddy up in your go on how to process items into the listing conveyor belt. In other words, from the moment you pick up a piece of merchandise, whatever it is, I'm trying to look around to see if I have something, and you set it there to get it photographed, get it across the conveyor belt to the description, title, listing, draft page, and then out the door, finished and up for sale. Some of you have a really, really hard time. Now, I always talk about averaging, I guess like 5-6 minutes per item, 7 minutes. So I mean, 10 items an hour, 8 items an hour is really a good target. Now, I know when you're doing clothing with measurements and things, it takes a little bit longer to do because you have to add all that stuff in. So if you're doing 6 an hour, that's great. 7 an hour, great. A lot of you talk about only a couple an hour and moving faster. If you could get up more listings individually, you'd be awesome. Now, I know a lot of you, once you get them up, you have the hang of it of cross-listing them with List Perfectly, and that's all good and fine. Then you get out onto the other platforms quick. But it's that initial getting it up and getting it listed as far as eBay goes. So let me give you a few tips and tricks. I'm going to take you over to my screen. I'm going to screen share and show you 2 or 3 things that can really, really help you speed up the process. Now, before I show you the screen, here's a couple of the beginning things that aren't going to appear on my screen that will help you really knock it out of the park. So number 1 is organization. We talk about it on this channel to the max. Once this office is set up and ready, it's gonna be a well-oiled, lubed, working machine. I'm gonna have a desk, huge computer screen, my laptop, everything going. I'm gonna be able to access everything, emails, messages, printer, scanner, everything to the corner, ready to go, print out labels, and work. And then obviously downstairs we'll have the eBay and listing room when we do listing, and even pictures for wholesale and whatnot. So organizing your area, having an area is absolutely fundamental to any business. It doesn't matter if you're a reseller. If you're a YouTuber, you need to have your corner set up with your light kit, with your backdrop, with your camera, with your microphones, whatever it is that you use like this. You need to have your setup ready to go. If you are somebody who makes and sells jewelry, let's say that you craft jewelry, you need to have your supplies, you need to have your materials, your gemstones, your gold chains, whatever it is, all organized. Otherwise, how do you operate a business? Why do we think Amazon is $400 billion a year in annual gross revenue? It's because they have a system, they have a warehouse, they have a scan in, they have a scan out, they have a printer, they have a shipping label person, they have a box person down the conveyor belt out to the truck, they have a driver, and they have a delivery man. It's a process, it's a system that's in place that makes things right. If we think about something like a McDonald's or a Burger King, any kind of chain restaurant, the reason that it works is because they have a process and they have replicated across all these different chains for the most part. And it works because they find what is most productive and quick, and they replicate that across all their businesses. Now, even if they were just one location, they found a process that works, and they continue doing that. If you've ever seen, it's on Netflix, I think it's called The Founder. It's a story about Ray Kroc, who is actually the former, I mean, he's dead now, but the former CEO, owner of McDonald's, and how he met the original McDonald brothers. And they had a process. They developed this entire system for how the people would put ketchup and mustard to the grill behind them, into the bag and out to the customer. They created this process. If you've never seen that entrepreneur documentary. It's actually a movie. It's not even a documentary on Netflix called The Founder. I highly recommend it. Go watch it, and you will understand how important processes, procedures, and organization really is for any business. Everything from a reseller to a McDonald's. It's so important. So that's the one thing I can't stress enough to you. Let's go over to the screen and show you the actual getting super fast at listing, because it is super important that you do this. Now, don't forget Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's already on my channel. You can just subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. But 9 p.m. at Thursday, my first live show from the new house. I'll be right here going live with you. I don't know where exactly in the house I'll be filming, but somewhere. And we're going to talk about a way to actually get even faster at listing. Now, what I'm going to give you today in just a second on the screen is going to help you tremendously. But what I have for you Thursday night, live with a special guest, is going to help you incredibly big time get way better at listing and get a ton of your inventory, not just listed faster, listed properly and sold faster. So don't miss Thursday's live show. I'll put the link to that down below as well. Click on it, bookmark it, save it, subscribe to this channel. Do not miss Thursday's live show, 9 p.m. Eastern. So let's jump over to my screen and let me show you just a couple of the ways that you can speed up your eBay listing and get that inventory and death pile up faster. Okay, so I brought you over to the actual computer eBay draft screen, and just come down to the description box. This is going to save you like 2 to 3 minutes per listing. So once you're in the standard box, not the HTML, the standard box, at the top, you can see that there's a drop down. It says insert custom template, create a template, manage templates, and then under the dotted line is the actual templates. Once you create them to manage them, it shows up here. So you see that we have 2 of them on this one. So if I click the pants bold bullet or the adult men's, it will pop up what I have saved as that template. So let me click the pants and look, see, so it has all of the information there. Now, these are old ones. They probably have too much information. Try to keep it short and sweet, straight to the point. And then you can, of course, create a new one, and you can name it like men's necktie, and then you can pre-type it all. And then when you hit create, like necktie, and I'm just gonna do this real quick, like 59-inch length, 4-inch width, 100% silk. And then you can hit create. And then if I wanted to come up here on my next listing and choose men's necktie, then I would, of course, hold on, let's just choose adult men's shirt. Now, I would come up here and choose men's necktie, and it will pre-type in all the stuff that is never gonna change. And then you could quickly do like, Izod red and white striped. And you could literally create a description in seconds like that. The other thing you can do, of course, is over on your notepads. I'm on a MacBook, so this is Apple's Notes. I know Android has something similar. You could just create eBay draft, and then you could just copy and come over here and hit paste, and it will pop up the same thing. Of course, you can change the font size, you can change the bold, the underline, all that kind of stuff. Font type, don't get crazy, don't hurt people's eyes, and remember this is also going to be on mobile, so that's how quickly you could do it, and that will save you about a minute or 2 per listing at least. So everything you can do to cut down, 2 minutes per listing, 10 minutes, 10 listings a day, 20 minutes, that's an extra 2 or 3 items a day, an extra, 5 days a week, 10, 40, 50 items a month you're going to get just from cutting out things like this. Obviously, if you have all of this pre-filled in, the buy it nows, the best offers, your payments, all that stuff, you can cut your listing time down significantly. So when I get told by people that it's taking them 10 to 15 minutes to finish this, well, that's one of the reasons why. Now, I know these item specifics, the requireds, etc., are killing people, but if you type in a good title, you will know that eBay automatically fills in most of this. So if you put Nike polo shirt green, it 9 times out of 10 will fill in the color green. You won't have to do it. It will fill in the brand with Nike. It will fill in the type polo shirt. So it will pretty much cover almost all of the item specifics that you need, at least for the required ones. When you scroll down to the recommendeds, you may have to do a little bit of that work. If you can do a few of the recommendeds, that's good. Otherwise, just the required. So that's a quick way to save time and pump out more listings on eBay. Obviously, you can use other programs, VAs, if you choose to do it. And if you want to go across platforms, List Perfectly, which will be linked down in the bottom, to spread the listings once you have them up on eBay to the other platforms. So That's our time-saving tip of the day. If you have any more, please put them in the comment section. If you have a way to do this faster, we'd love to hear it. My viewers and all the rest of you read those comments, so if you leave it down there, they'll be happy to respond and read and learn from you in the bottom. So thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future helpful videos and news about reselling and business. And until next time, I will see you guys later.